What is up, guys, and welcome to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm pretty much just going to be talking about the whole coronavirus, and, obviously I had it. For the people that, follow me on Snapchat and seen that, yeah, I'm going to explain the situation because a lot of people were DMing me on Instagram and asking me on Snapchat. Those are the two main sources that people were asking me to make a video on. And a lot of people were just asking. I just didn't want to go through each person and just respond, so we're making a video. Okay, so pretty much a lot of people are wondering just how it feels. For me personally, I'm going to tell you how it feels for me. This doesn't mean that everybody that's got corona has felt the same way. Obviously some people probably feel worse than other people and whatever. So I'm going to tell you obviously just how I felt or whatever. And I got a little video I'll show you just to show you how much pain I was in. I recorded a video on Snapchat. Since it's on Snapchat, that's how a lot of people know that I got it. And it just kind of shows like the state that I was at that point. So we're going to start just from kind of the beginning of the day and how it started. So I was fine the day before. Everything, I felt great. I could run around, do whatever. I didn't have like really any symptoms. I had the cough a little bit, but nothing that was really bothering me or affecting me to where I thought that, oh my God, maybe I have it. And the thing that's so crazy is I never even left my house. I was like, it was so crazy because my friends had always were like, dude, stop you're taking it too seriously. And they would be like, look I'm going out and about and I'm fine. And I'd be like, don't go out and about, you're going to get it, And I'd always be like, you guys are idiots, you guys are going to get it. And out of all people, the one that was being the most safe, me sitting inside, not ever leaving the house, is the one that got it. So that's pretty freaking ironic. I wasn't shocked. My immune system isn't the best. It's not very great. So yeah, I wasn't really shocked that I got it. But it pretty much started as soon as I woke up the next morning. As soon as I woke up, it was just like I look over and I'm like like I couldn't catch my breath. It felt like if you guys have ever got the wind knocked out of you and you just can't catch that's what it feels like. But it's constant. It's like it never stops. So it was around 11 o'clock or something when it first hit me. And it was just like, I can't catch my breath. So, you get panicky when you can't breathe. It's just like a natural instinct. It's like, I can't breathe. You start to panic. And, so, I was obviously freaking out and I'm like, okay, whatever, this will, it's nothing. I'll be fine. Not sure what's going on, but I should be fine. So I waited an hour passed. It started to get progressively worse. The pains on my side, I had them on the down the sides right here where my lungs are, and then it started actually from the back of my neck all the way down to my spine. It was these aching pains of just picture somebody just grabbing your spine. It just felt like they're twisting. It was just these I can't even describe it any other way. That's that's just how it felt. And I had this, I started feeling nausea too. So now it's hard to breathe and it's progressively getting worse. And I'm getting more and more scared because it's getting harder for me to breathe. And then I have all those stupid pains of just feels like somebody's just freaking twisting my spine and just, and then I had the nausea. That's when that kicked in. That kicked in about an hour and a half after I woke up. So now I'm an hour and a half in, and now I'm getting a nausea feeling. Just felt like somebody's grabbing my stomach and just twisting on it. It's just it just felt really stirred up. And I was just like, oh my God. So then I tried to throw up, and I couldn't throw up. So I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I don't know what to do. I think I actually got corona. I'm freaking the frick out. I don't know what I have. Maybe it's just a flu. I'm hoping it's just a regular flu. So my mom comes over. Now we're about 2 hours in, 2.5 hours. And at this point, I walk over to my closet and I try to put clothes on to go to the hospital because my mom came over and she's like, yeah, I just got to take you. So I grabbed clothes. And I remember I reached over to grab the clothes in my closet and I just fell to the ground. I was just the pain in my chest was so bad and so painful. And all the aches in my back were so painful. It's I just had no energy to even just grab the shirt off of the hanger in my closet because I was just that weak. It made me so weak. And so I ended up getting dressed. Very difficult. It wasn't easy. My mom gets me to the car or whatever. And I pretty much just took these I can't even think of the name of the medicine. I know it's not ibuprofen, but it's the other one. I think it's like a Motrin or something. And for some reason, I'm not done. Don't quote me. I can't exactly remember exactly what it was. It might not have been Motrin, but something similar, okay? Like the ibuprofen and stuff. But it wasn't ibuprofen, because ibuprofen, if you take that, it'll actually make you feel worse. Something about it. I don't know all that specifics, okay? But what I do know is that I took that, and I was getting to the hospital, and I noticed that my breathing started to get better, you know. This is like 30 minutes in after my mom got there, you know. I took the medicine when she told me to, so we're like 30 minutes in, make it to the hospital, and, you know, my mom was obviously really scared because she couldn't come in with me, and it was like a freaking horror freaking show going to the hospital. It was just something like you would never see before. Like, as soon as you walk in, they have all these, like, plastic, like, walls. Like, use plastic wrap and different things like that. Something like that. With, like, the zippers and stuff on it. To quarantine off each room. And the room that they originally brought me in, my mom obviously couldn't come in, or my dad, you know, so I was just alone. And it's just kind of shitty to think that, like, you know, when some people have it so bad that they get wheeled in there, and then they just... they pretty much got to die alone. The nurses your family can't bring in there because you can't let them get, you know, the sickness. And the nurses really can't be in there with you either. They have, like, all that gear on, but they can't, like, sit there, you know, with you, just because they don't want to catch it either, even though they have the masks and everything, you know what I mean? So they still keep a distance even with that stuff. So it's just like, I can't imagine dying from it. You're like, just dying alone, and that's super sad for you and your family. And I know the whole burial stuff, but whatever. Anyways, so I get in there, and so they tested, like, my lung capacity or whatever, of how much oxygen I could hold in my lungs, and it was just like they were at like 80% or something, or 80, something like that. I can't remember the exact number, but they said that it wasn't actually the oxygen amount. They wouldn't admit me in because they said that it wasn't the actual oxygen amount in my lungs. They said that wasn't the issue. The issue is the reason it felt like I couldn't breathe. They said that my lungs were healthy. It was just that the pain and stuff of this made it so I couldn't breathe or something like that. And they said that's just kind of what the virus does, you know, and if it gets worse enough, you know, then it can go fatal pretty quick. You can die pretty soon after, you know. So I stayed in there for a while, and some more people came into the hospital that were at higher risk, so I had to leave or whatever. But I sat in my room for about I don't know, I didn't leave my room for like 16 days, 17 days. And, you know, I would just go to the kitchen, grab some food, you know, constantly hand sanitized and all that. And it's a scary thing. So pretty much, like, the main thing I can say about having the corona was the breathing is the worst part. It just makes it seem like you can just never get oxygen in your lungs. And that's, like, the most scary, something about it. It's just so terrifying. So, I really hope that you guys are all, you know, doing your 6 feet apart and washing your hands a lot, and, you know, really just watching out for that stuff, because that stuff really is important. You know, always wearing your mask when you're going out, and, you know, even if you don't go out and about, you can still get it, you know what I mean? Other people in your family, if they have to go out and about for work or whatever, you know, make sure that they're doing the precautions too, because they're coming home, and I think that's how I got it, either from my mom or my dad, because they were, you know, still going out for work and working, daring it. So it was just like, one of them must have came home and got it, because I never, you know, I wasn't working. I was just sitting at home. And I got it, because obviously I was laid off because of the whole corona thing. So that's just kind of like, that's how it was. So even though, make sure your family members are keeping safe too, so you don't get it, you know. Just don't be going out and about and doing all, you know, I see a lot of people, they're getting all mad because the date keeps getting pushed back further and further. But honestly, it's just a safety thing to keep everybody safe, you know. It's better that they extend the date and do all that now, versus imagine if they are like, let everybody do whatever they want like 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? Instead of keep extending it. Then guess what? We'd have to go through this whole cycle all over again. I know nobody wants to do that. I know everybody wants this to be over with, and they hate the quarantine thing. So let them extend it as much as they, think until it's appropriate, so we don't have to deal with this coming back and going through all this all over again, because I know nobody wants to do that. It's awful, it sucks, and it's definitely going to be different when everybody goes back into the real world with the whole 6 feet apart, and how, like, the restaurants are going to do their stuff now with, like, the booths and the people, and I know how bars and clubs, I don't even think they're doing the clubs and all that even this year anymore. I think all that stuff, festivals and stuff, shut down. I'm not 100% sure, but pretty much guaranteed they probably will be shut down for the rest of the year, just because of the, this whole pandemic. Who knows? It's a scary situation. That was my experience with Corona. It lasted forever. It was just like, I finally felt better around like the 12th day of being home and taking that medicine, and just, that's what kind of got me. I was weak for the first couple of those days. It was definitely like on and off pain. I had to make sure I took my medicine every 6 hours, otherwise I would start feeling the pain instantly. So it's just like, it was definitely a crazy experience. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the thumbs up, and comment down below and let me know. I'm gonna throw a clip at the end of this really quick of for me on my Snapchat of heading to the hospital, and just shows how much pain I was in. And that was me that 30 minutes after my mom got me and took me to the hospital. So if you guys like this video, make sure to smash the like button. I'd appreciate it. Leave some comments down below on what you guys think, how you guys are, keeping busy during quarantine, and what you guys are doing. And love you guys all so much. Peace out.